Welcome back to your favorite Novi podcast. Now you Novi. Hello, my friend.
Hey.
You know, we were just talking. Trevor says, what are you guys going to talk about today? And he doesn't believe it. I think he almost called me a liar. See? Didn't it feel like that to you?
It had the vibe. Yeah,
it did have the vibe, Trevor. We are, drum roll, halfway through road construction season.
Halfway through the Wascally Wolds.
Yeah. Well, you think about it. The weather was so mild.
The Wascally Wolds with the weather. Yes.
Yeah.
And
so March,
Wolega.
April, May, and June. We're sitting on July.
That's right.
And for all of us optimists out there, we have July, August, September, October, and we are done.
We are done, and everything is moving along quite nicely at a very good pace.
You know what? We had, I would say, an unseasonably dry spring. We did have a little bit of rain. Unfortunately, today, as we tape this, it is pouring out, which has deterred a few things. But projects are moving along, and I thought it was a good opportunity. We don't do the road construction updates anymore because there's so much opportunity for people to see and hear about the projects through our social media, through this, through our website, that there was no need to provide a monthly update.
Right.
So I thought it was a good time to come on today and just maybe give a status, because you and I, our engineering team, we're like the first line of defense. Like, how much longer?
The first line of information.
I said defense.
You did.
How many times a day is it, I hate you, they're tearing up my road, why are they doing this, whatever. So it's a good opportunity for us to just provide a little bit of information about how far we've come. Mm-hmm. And you and I just talked last week too about like the history of the don't shoot the messenger. Like, I think you and I take that stance a lot. Like, don't shoot the messenger. We can only communicate the information that we're given. And when we're given that information, you and I, it's like the gospel. It's like it is the holy grail of truth, right? Like, if someone tells us they're starting why are you laughing? Look at that face. You're like, you're feeling what I'm saying. It's a vibe, isn't it?
I'm feeling something.
So we can only communicate as well as the information that's shared with us.
Absolutely.
You know, let me digress. When you took this position, when you said, yes, I'm all in 6 months ago, did you think road construction, like you've felt it, like you've been on the team for 8 years, but like you had no idea, did you? Come on.
It gets intense sometimes from a communication perspective.
I mean, you mess with people's roads, it's like, it's bad, isn't it?
It is. And people want to get out of their house and get to work and get to coffee and take the kids wherever they want to take them. And they also want nice roads. And sometimes those two things are not in agreement. So then add in all the stuff that
nobody doesn't control.
The stuff that it takes to actually reconstruct a road.
Right.
That is we don't have any control over.
Right. So, and weather's an obvious, but other government entities, MDOT, GLWA, Road Commission for Oakland County,
right,
like DTE, right? So you add all that in, and it's kind of like we're doing the best we can, right?
Yeah. If you can imagine a puzzle, you think it's going to be one of those puzzles with the really big pieces that you did when you were a kid. And then you realize it's a puzzle like they have over at Sweetwater with the really tiny pieces.
I know. Every time you and I go in there, I'm like, has anyone touched this puzzle?
It doesn't look like it.
It was a new puzzle the last time.
Was it? Okay.
It was a new one.
Okay.
So
maybe it was solved.
It was the same. It looked like it was in the same spot. Someone had done all the outside. And then I looked at it again. I'm like, it's new. So it was completed. So that was a bonus. If you go to Sweetwater's, our friend Karen, we love her. And we love their coffee. Let's talk road construction. It's a long way around. I think last week was just like the icing on the cake, and why I thought it was important to sit here today is 12 Mile Road was closed on Saturday
Right.
nearly all day.
Yeah. The weekend was interesting.
It was interesting, right? So you had the heat, the hot weather, and then you had DTE, a truck, actually, a construction truck
Ran into the
from
pole.
I-96 was using 12 Mile to get to where they need to go, and had something up and took down electrical poles.
Right.
And you and I and everybody understands when electrical lines are down and across, like it's a no-fly zone.
You must
like
stop.
it's
Everything must stop.
Everything stops for that. But unfortunately, with 96 under construction, then 12 Mile being down, it caused a little bit of a headache. So it was important to like come on today and just say where we are. And let's start with the big projects. 96, we're hearing, not our project, but on schedule.
On schedule.
Too. And the good news is when they're done this fall,
They're done.
they're done in Novi. I think they're moving east.
Well, so we're only concerned about the flex route.
That's okay. Well, right now, where it impacts in our boundary.
So the flex route
there.
goes from I-275 to Kent Lake Road.
Yep.
That I believe is 12 miles of completely new highway. So intermixed into that during this project, there are ramp closures that are ongoing,
Sure.
off and on. Some are closed, some are open, depending on where they are with their work. If you everybody can go to drivingoakland.com and click on the giant I-96 logo, and it will give you all the current ramp closures with dates. And if you click on, I believe it says related information, if you don't know what the flex route is, how it's going to work, there is a YouTube video there that you can watch.
So that's exciting.
Yes.
Right? I think our friends at Suburban Collection Showplace have one. They always have events, but the one that stands out in my mind, and we'll talk about this in future episodes, is the Michigan State Fair, right? Like that'll be a challenge for people.
Yes, that will be a challenge.
Because it won't be done yet.
It won't be done yet, yeah.
But they are on target to complete it this fall. So that's super exciting. And then all the on and off ramps will be open.
Yeah, actually, there may be ramps starting to open in that area prior to the state
Which
fair.
would be
I'm
super
not sure,
exciting,
but I
wouldn't
believe
it?
that they're
Which
supposed to
would be
open around
so
the end of
good.
August. Yeah.
Everyone's favorite project in Novi will be a great segue into our projects, but the GLWA project, another drum roll, but then Mother Nature. They were supposed to pave today.
They were supposed to start paving today.
Meadowbrook.
Yes, they were supposed to start paving Meadowbrook between 12 and 13.
From Cross Point Meadows
Cross
Church.
Point Meadows to Burroughs.
It's
Or actually all the way down.
All the way down to 12.
Yes.
And once that's completed, super exciting. I mean, how can you get so excited for one-way traffic to open? But the poor residents and church, the parishioners, etc., have the road's been closed for almost 3 years.
Yeah.
So one-way traffic will open. We're
Right, so
crossing our
traffic will
fingers.
be
We're being
southbound
told next week,
only, hopefully next week.
right?
Yeah.
So Meadowbrook will open.
Again, that's weather dependent,
correct.
et cetera, et cetera.
But the good news there is, the pavement going down tells us the end is near.
We're in the home stretch.
We're in the home stretch.
According to my notes, the notes just came out this morning. They did curb and gutter work between 12 and Cross Point Meadows Church, and placement of new asphalt paving, like we just said, should be this week.
So that's super exciting. They will then reconstruct from Cross Point Meadows north to 13 in front of the school. And by contract, people are going to probably say, oh my gosh, it's going to take forever. By contract, they cannot work on that section of the road while school is in. Right. So that means they're on the clock. They've got like 8 weeks, right?
They're giving us August 31st.
Yep. So school opens on the 26th.
Yep.
So I think they're going to be out of there by the 26th. So and they might not be all done, but that's coming to an end, but also necessitated the city to complete the work on 13. Where are we with that?
So 13 Mile Road between Meadowbrook and M5. They started some silt fence placement yesterday, but of course it's raining today. Prepping the road for work to start in earnest on July 1st.
So that's exciting too.
That is exciting.
So that work, if anyone remembers, was done the south side of that road.
Yeah, so the south side will be done first. I'm sorry, the north side will be done first. So traffic will be eastbound only.
Yes.
And with southbound Meadowbrook opening, that will help alleviate some traffic there.
So all wrapping up before school starts.
Before school starts, yes.
See, look at this is such an exciting.
We're in
Trevor,
the home stretch.
Come on, this is so exciting.
We're in the home stretch.
Halfway through construction season,
That's
we
right.
see an end in sight for some big projects.
Right.
Wixom Road.
Wixom Road is
city's project.
Another city project.
Going. I don't want to jinx it.
It's on track.
It's doing well.
It's on schedule. Yeah.
It's on schedule.
Yeah.
And working with our partners at the school, and both schools, I'm going to say Novi Community School and Catholic Central, has been key in traffic coordination, etc. But the goal is to have that opened by the time school's back in session as well.
And that was why they planned the project the way that they did it and did it in the order. From the onset, the schools were involved in that decision-making process. Yep. They were at the table because they wanted to have the road done at the beginning of the school year, finished, so that you have the fall traffic, people just getting back into school buses,
so smart,
football, etc.
Right, so that's super smart.
Yep.
What else we got? We got Taft Road, but that's a super short project. That was
Taft is a bypass lane, northbound Taft. For left-hand turn onto Addington, there's a bypass lane, so people going northbound can zip around. I shouldn't say zip. Can pass.
Maneuver.
Can
maneuver
pass
strategically,
at the exact
safely.
Right speed.
That's correct. There you go. I jumped around, but I should have said it earlier. A project that's not our project that's touching us, that is long overdue. Causing a little bit of, yes, you knew exactly where I was going. See, I said long overdue. 8 miles under construction.
8 Mile is under construction.
By Wayne County Road Commission.
Wayne County Road Commission. And you can actually go to waynecounty.com and you can sign up for alerts about that project.
That is a novel concept.
Isn't that amazing? Right. So, and you can actually,
and I say that tongue in cheek because, for years we have been, not just us, but our county commissioners, our mayor, elected official, our city manager,
questions.
Everybody has been pushing them to redo this section and that bridge, right? That is down to one lane because of weight restrictions, etc. So what a novel concept.
So you can go to the website, sign up for email newsletters. There is a phone number and there is an email address.
Good for them.
That you can reach out to for that project. And so what the segment that they're working on now will go until, the fall, maybe late fall. And then they're supposed to pick up from the end of where they are now, just west of Meadowbrook, and go to the bridge. Is the second section. And then the bridge sometime next year. That's all tentative, but they don't have dates on anything yet. But that is the plan, is to do it in 3 parts.
So that's all. That's good. That's all good stuff. What else does the city have going on? Anything? Neighborhood roads, which is
the neighborhood roads program just started.
So
there is some concrete replacement and asphalt replacement. There are people who may have seen some issues with their concrete, which was from a bad mix from the manufacturer. Our team is working on that. They're coming up with a plan to sort of remediate
that was everybody. That was everybody.
Everywhere.
It was a bad it was something with the concrete.
It was something with the mix,
the concrete plants that were making it. It's all and you've seen it when they have new concrete and it just kind of like chips,
and they call it scaling
off at the top, right?
Yeah, it's just the top layer though. So
and no one wants to see that after a new road.
But what I've been told by our construction engineer is it doesn't affect the integrity of the concrete.
Heard that too.
It is just cosmetic. And they have one solution for certain panels, but some panels will be completely replaced. So there's no schedule for that yet. They're still working all the details out on that. And that's sort of separate from the neighborhood road program.
But I'm glad they're fixing it. And I'm glad that the contractors that the city hired are owning up to that, coming out and
100%.
repairing it. So it's
100%. Everybody that the city is working with, our consultants and contractors, are excellent.
it's so good. What do you want to leave us with? Or did I miss something? I mean, I think that's the bulk of the projects,
I think you covered
right?
everything. We just didn't talk about Grand River, I think.
Grand River?
Grand River between Napier and Wixom.
I know. How much longer?
That is, everything will be wrapping up in the fall. I think I have October 1st. Let me see.
Okay.
It may even be sooner than that. Oh, late August. Sorry, I was wrong.
So that's good. So that's before State Fair too.
Yep.
Which is super important.
Yep.
So that's a road commission for Oakland
That's an
County.
Oakland County project.
So that's all good.
rcocweb.org.
So and we're not going to talk road construction again until my 4 favorite words like that we're going to think about: July, August, September, October. When we meet and talk about road construction in October,
Everything is going to be done.
it's going to be done. Did you? I don't want to drink it. It's going to be done.
It's going to be done.
I think it's going to be done too.
Yeah.
Which is super
I
exciting.
have no doubt that it will be. Yeah.
It's just all the phone calls you get between now and October that you're like, So, you know what? Let's end on, you can always call us, right? You can always call community relations.
Always.
We will happily take your calls.
And if we don't know the information, sometimes I don't know the information. So
We'll
I
get you the
always
information.
confirm before I respond.
Yeah,
to
we'll
anybody.
get you the information. We'll shoot you an email back, etc. But cityofnovi.org/
Better Roads Ahead.
is a one-stop shop that is updated weekly with where we are in the process of every road project.
Yep.
So
whether it is a city project, a county project,
Correct.
or the GLWA project.
So if you've got a question, a concern, it's just an easy way to find that. And you can also sign up for the Better Roads Ahead e-newsletter.
Yep.
And follow us on social.
Yep. The Facebook Road Construction Group.
Yep. So easy ways to find out. But you know what? The great news is there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yep.
We're in the home stretch, however you want to say it. 4 months. 4 months. We're halfway there this season. And I am told next year's going to be much, much better.
Okay.
You see,
No,
you're
I'm
not
kidding.
even optimistic. You're not optimistic.
I'm kidding. I'm being silly.
We've just had a grueling few years, right? Last
Right.
year was just unprecedented
Right.
with construction. And this year isn't like last year, but it still is causing a lot of havoc for people. So
Yeah, but these are major projects. It's a complete reconstruction of Wixom
Right.
Road between 10 Mile and Grand River. Like, that's a major project.
it's a major project.
You know, so these are major things that won't have to be done again for whatever, 2030. I don't know how long
You know,
the
and
road
I
lasts.
think the interesting thing is there is a method to the madness.
Mm-hmm.
All of these roads are being done and improved. It won't be long. I'm crossing my fingers within the next 2-3 years that 12 Mile gets widened between Novi Road, which really not Novi Road, but
Is it Dixon?
it's even more east than or west than that.
Where the credit union is.
By Vibe
Yeah.
Credit Union, all the way
to
back. And that's going to be a huge project, but so needed.
It's necessary.
And once that's done, and it'll look like Novi Road to Haggerty, like it'll be widened. It'll be so nice, right?
Right, and it'll alleviate a lot of traffic and a lot of traffic congestion and a lot of headache for people.
So
It'll be a much easier flow.
So getting all of these roads prepped is what I'm saying in advance of that.
Right.
It is. Can you imagine if everything was
If
being
all
done?
of them were
Yes,
being
it
done
would
at
be
once,
crazy.
it would be
So,
crazy.
Take us home. Next week, I'm challenging. I'm not. Who's going to be in the hot seat next week? I don't know. But you must wear red, white, and blue. because
Wear
we
your
will be taping.
Rocky red, white, and blue boxing trunks.
There you go.
With the flag.
You
Sorry,
know, that
I'm
is
old.
the epitome. Hey, I have a complete visual, and it is the epitome of patriotism.
In honor of Carl Weathers.
One of my faves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, of the characters on that, I liked him the best.
Really?
Like, Rocky is just, he's okay. But Carl Weathers, what was his name? Rocky, what was his character's name?
Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed was hands down my fave.
Not Mr. T?
No,
You didn't pity the fool.
it was not mine.
You didn't pity the
It was not
fool.
mine. Okay. Okay, enough of our antics. Thank you for watching or listening, and we will end it with saying,
Now you know
Novi.
why.
Take care.